All right, so we're back today for our Workout Wednesdays. We're glad that you are all joining us again.
Hi
This
guys.
is Steven. This is Monica. We're happy to have you guys back. I know in the last few workouts we've been doing intervals of anywhere between 20 to 45 seconds. Today's going to be a little bit different. We're going to do a little bit more on stretching, a little bit more intense strengthening in terms of your stretching side of it. Not really a yoga, but really getting into some deep stretching. But before we get you into some deep stretching, we're going to do some cardio and get your heart rate up, get you sweating a little bit, get those muscles warm. So from the very beginning, we will be doing just kind of movements in 30-second intervals, but we'll be moving right into the next one. Give us all of your effort that you can. Make sure that if you choose to, that you are utilizing a chair. Throughout the workout, I'll be going down into the chair to show you some modifications. Monica and Steven will kind of just be going with me and doing higher intensity if the movements actually call for it. Other than that, we're glad you're here. Hopefully you enjoy this workout. It's going to be a little bit different than your norm. And again, we are going to be putting these on YouTube as well. So if at any time throughout the week that you want to pick up a workout, you can click on the YouTube channel, pull up lakeregional.com, and we're there. So you can always pull any of these workouts back up, which I'm sure we will be viewing them quite often, because that's what we do. All right, we're going to get started with our warm-up. 30 seconds. We're going to start with some heel taps. Again, this is our warm-up, so keep it nice and smooth, nice and slow impact. Oh, look at Steven. We're matching shoes. All of us are in Under Armour. Don't know if you know that. We're not.
Not that we're worried about that.
We are not,
not
sponsored by
yeah.
them. Just
Unfortunately.
all right, here we go. Heel taps. Out. Tap. Tap. Again, Steven will be doing a little bit higher intensity. Those of you at home sitting in a chair, you are here, nice and tall, keeping everything strong and lifted. This is your modification in the chair. I'm going to go ahead and stand up and show you just a little bit, just your regular intensity. All you're trying to do is get that heart rate up. Good. Now we're going to go into a hamstring stretch. Right into that hamstring stretch, you're going to press that heel out. You're going to sit that butt, push it back, keep that chin and chest lifted. You should feel a stretch from the back of your heel all the way up the back side of your legs. You guys feel that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, especially if you have those tight hammies. And hamstrings can get tight. Go ahead and stand, switch those legs from simply sitting all day in a seated position. Okay? If you are in a chair, at a desk, sitting, your hamstrings are going to get tight. You're going to get tight and you don't even know it until you do this stretch and you're like, oh, I get it, I'm tight. Now we're going to stand, bring it up, side to side taps, tapping out to the side. Again, if you're in that chair, you're just tapping those toes nice and lightly to the side, keeping chin and chest lifted. Good. I failed to mention at the beginning, you should have a water and a little sweat towel if you need it. If you're a sweater, you know who you are. Make sure you have that to wipe off your brow. Or your exercise band. And we're going to go right into a side lunge stretch. So keep those feet nice and wide now. And you're just going to press from side to side. We are going to make this a moving stretch. You're moving from side to side, nice and slow, from leg to leg. This stretch you should feel in your inner thigh of that extended leg. Chin and chest are lifted. Again, if you want to modify and you have something like a kitchen counter or a nice sturdy chair, you're going to be behind that chair side to side, utilizing it for balance. 4 more. And relax, bring it up, march in place. Or you can jog in place. So if you're jogging, you're just going to kind of lift the intensity a little bit, chest is lifted. Those of you that are marching in place, again, you can do that in a seated position or keep it nice and tall, standing. Do you have to do this fast? No, you can come into a nice little tap if you choose. Go your speed. Ten more seconds here. We're going to go right into air squats or up downs. Oh. like to call them air squats. That means
Throw you off a
you're
little.
really doing something. Feet shoulder width are a little bit further apart, and you're going to take it down and up, down and lift. Really try to keep the weight in the heels of the feet. Chest lifted, shoulders back. Heart rate should be coming up. Okay, respiratory rate, meaning the rate at which you're breathing in and out, should be a little bit faster now. Those of you really working on good control of your breathing, you should be exhaling on the lift, inhaling on the release down. 4 more.
And if you need your rescue inhaler, you should have it handy.
Very nice. And bring it up. Going to go right into those shoulder rolls. Upper body now. Bringing those shoulders up to the ears, rounding and pulling it back. Opening through the chest. And since Monica mentioned your rescue inhalers, those of you that also have a normal medicine regimen, make sure you are taking your medications on a regular basis, keeping them at about the same time every day. Don't skip them because you're getting ready to do a workout. Okay? Change direction, go forward. And water is a big key as well. You're going to make sure you stay hydrated prior to your exercise, during it, so you should be sipping on water as we go through this, and then also following your exercise. And relax. You got 30 seconds right here before we go into a little bit higher intensity of cardio, meaning your heart rate's going to even be a little bit faster, a little bit higher than what it was during our warm-up. We're going to go 4 different moves. Going to do it 2 different times, 30 seconds each. Heel tap will be what we start with. In 5 seconds. Nice and strong heel taps here. Tap, tap. You can add those arm movements with it. Obviously you can add the bounce to make it a little bit higher intensity. Keep those arms right here center, keeping everything balanced. Your choice. Remember, this is your workout. We're just here trying to make you laugh and trying to make you smile. Good. 5. We're going to go right into side taps. Here we go. Side taps out and out. Good. Chin is lifted. Open up that airway. We're going to make Steven nice and tired. He'll be worn out.
This is long workout number 2 today.
Very good. Almost there. 5 more seconds. We're going to go right into march in place or jog. March or jog, your choice. So this is the 3rd movement of our 4 that we're going to do back to back to back. Our 4th movement will be up downs or your air squats. Remember, you're about shoulder width apart with your feet. We're going to go right into it and down and up. Weight in the heels, chin is lifted, shoulders are back. By this point in the workout, which is just about 7 minutes into this workout, your heart rate again should be lifted. You may be starting to break a small sweat, which is good, and you're feeling those muscles work. So you feel a little warmth in those muscles all throughout the body. That's that fresh blood pumping all the way through, keeping the body warm, keeping those muscles warm. And relax. Got 30 seconds. We repeat those 4 moves again. Breathe in that nose, out that mouth. Notice how we continue to move, whether it be just kind of forward and back, side to side. The worst thing you can do is just to stand there. Okay, let the blood pool to the feet. You want to keep everything moving. You can stay seated if you choose to. All right, we're getting ready for our 2nd set of those 4 moves. We start with the heel taps first. 10 more seconds and we go right into it. You guys are doing great. Keep up the good work. Make sure you stop when you need to, slow down when you need to. And heel taps. It It's good if you're kind of sitting into this movement. If you're slow and controlled or a little bit slower like Monica and I are doing it. Obviously, if you're in Stephen's intensity level, you're not going to be sitting too much. It's a constant movement back and forth. Nice and tall through that chin, breathing in that nose, out that mouth. Going to go right into our side taps and go. 30 seconds here. Again, your modification, if you're in that chair, is just to tap those toes side to side, but to make sure you stay nice and tall through your upper body. We don't want you in the chair because you feel lazy and slumpy. Okay, we want you nice and tall. Think about someone staring at you and you want to make sure you look as good and as proper as you can look. All right. And jog or march in place. It's very easy when you're placed in a seated position to start just letting your upper body fall. Keep everything lifted, everything strong. Breathing in that nose, out that mouth. It's about this point when those legs start noticing, hey, I'm doing a little bit of work, so at this point of the workout, you are feeling it. Respiratory rate is up, and we're going to go right into our last set of up-downs. Here we go. Lift and lower. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you release. Notice my feet are just a little bit past my shoulder width. Stephen is a little bit wider than his shoulder width. The tighter you make those feet, the more difficult it is for you to balance. Okay, so we want you to keep it nice and wide. Chin is lifted in through that nose, out through that mouth, and relax. All right, so we are on our third set of a little bit higher intensity cardio. Okay, so our next moves get a little bit more intense. Again, if you choose to modify, please do. I will show you modifications. Monica will be showing you modifications. Stephen may modify every now and then when he gets tired. So we've got another 30 seconds before we get started. So we're going to do that same type of thing where we have 4 moves. We go through 30 seconds, we rest, we go through it a second time. This is the last time that we're in this particular workout that we're going to be doing strictly high level cardio. Meaning heart rate up, respiratory rate is up. Notice my talking is a little bit more broken. That's okay. That means I'm having to breathe a little bit more. First move is jumping jacks. Stephen will be doing high intensity jumping jacks. Monica and I will be modifying those. And go. So modification is here. Okay, modification is what Monica's doing, high intensity. Stephen doing, if I'm seated, I'm adding the side tap with a nice tall reach with my upper body.
Try to use your arms, but you don't have to. Or
You do
come
not
across
have
the
to use
front.
your arm. Very good. You can change the way those arms are. And we're going to go right into side steps. So side step here. Stephen will be doing skaters, so he'll be bounding from one foot to the other. Monica and I are just stepping side to side. This will be a difficult move if you choose to stay seated. So the next way to modify is to take that chair and hold it behind, or stand behind, and just go side to side there. All right, we're going to go right into our air squat and reach. So instead of just a down and up, it's a down, up, reach. Down, up, reach. Now we're adding the upper body to this as well. Those of you that are going a little higher intensity, Stephen will be going without the hitch between.
Or
So-
if you have some light dumbbells, go ahead and hold on to those too.
You could add light dumbbells. What's another way we can add resistance, guys?
Bands.
Bands, yep. Or water bottles. Very good. All right, last move here. We're going to go cross front, cross up, cross front, cross up, cross. Notice how my top arm is changing each time. So now my left arm is going to go top. Just try to switch that up a little bit. Those of you with a little bit more respiratory issues, Anytime we reach above our head, we know that it gets difficult. So if you need to stop and rest, and then join back in with us, you're more than welcome. And stop. Resting for 30 seconds. We repeat those 4 more times, or 1 more time, those 4 moves. How about that? 30 seconds each. Good news is, after we finish this next set, it's only 2 minutes, 30 seconds of 4 moves, you get 1 minute break. Okay? So you do get a minute breather there to rest. And guess what? We can't see you. So if you're sitting and resting now, that's okay. Okay? All right, we're getting ready to move. Jumping jacks first. I keep looking at my cheat sheet, so if you're wondering what I'm doing, that's what I'm doing. Ready? And go. 30 seconds, jumping jacks right there. Again, as Monica's mentioned, look where her arms are. They're out in front. Remember, anytime we can keep our arms from going above our head, we lessen the workload of the heart. So if this is too much, or you can alternate from front and side. Your choice. Breathe. We're going to go right into our second move, which is the side steps or skaters in 5, 4, 3, 2, and side steps. So side step. Again, if you need that chair for support, or if you need to hold on to something for support, you can. Do these steps have to be this big, guys?
No.
The answer is no. You can make those steps little tiny ones if you want. You're moving, right? The bigger you make those steps, the more difficult it does get, though, on the body and the muscles. Going to go right into our up-downs with a reach, and we go down, reach, down, reach. Breathe. Smile. Enjoy the workout. Remember, this is about you. It's about making you a better person, making your body more strong, your life and the quality of your life better. Last one here. And crisscross with those arms. Cross and top. Cross. Top. Think about lengthening the body as you reach up and reaching forward. Up and forward. You're almost there. You're almost to your minute break. Good. And relax. Good. You got 1 minute before we move on to mainly our stretching. So you guys have done really, really well. Right now you should be thinking, wow, my legs are feeling a little tired, my upper body is feeling tired. That's okay. We're getting ready to stretch all of those muscles out. Now's a great time for you to be grabbing some water and resting. Remember, keep moving though. All right, so now we are getting ready to start our stretching sequence. Our stretching sequence is simply that. Okay, all we're going to be doing is lengthening the muscles, moving from side to side. First thing we're going to do, simple as reaching nice and tall. So we're going to reach nice and tall, fingertips to the ceiling. I want you to feel that stretch all the way down into the waistline, down into the maybe even the hips a little bit. Once you're there, if this gets to be too much, you can bring your hands down here if you need to. If this is like, hey, I can feel this, but I want to feel a little bit more, you're going to kind of climb a ladder, switching from side to side, reaching on one side, reaching on the other. You should feel your muscles lengthen as you reach. Again, if you choose to stay right here nice and tall, that's where you're at. Belly button is in, arms are lifted. Again, hands above the head, so if blood has to pump uphill, that makes this a little bit more difficult on the heart as well. We're going to go right into our next stretch. Our next stretch comes down, feet widen. We're going to go to side lunge, but instead of how we did it in the warm-up, we're just going to hold. So you're going to press and hold here. Again, modification if you need it, up against that chair, okay? Leaning into that. You should feel nice and strong stretch in the outer thigh, through the heel of that foot, and then guess what? That leg that's lengthened on the other side, you should really feel that in the inner thigh. Another way to intensify this stretch is by reaching forward. Switch, other side. Utilize the chair or whatever you have there to lean onto as a support system, okay? You can choose your intensity on your stretching. Again, your heart rate may still be up because we're still using large muscle groups. Now all we're going to do on this next stretch, we're going to switch back to that other knee, but I want you to turn both feet to that same direction. So now we've turned that, front knee is bent, back leg is stretched. Okay, press that heel down. You should be feeling that stretch right in the back side of your leg through your calf. Okay, and if you have something to lean on, you can lean on that as well. Press and feel that stretch in the calf. If you can do me a huge, big favor, I want you to give me a little bend in that back knee. Just a little bend. Now we're getting a little bit deeper into the calf. You may not feel the stretch as much, but I promise you are stretching the head of that calf. And release. Switch those feet all the way around to the other side. So now we have the other leg leading, the other leg back. You guys feel that stretch in your calf?
Yep.
Nice and tall. You can be leaning against a chair or a kitchen counter, wherever you are at this particular time. Not eating off of the counter, just stretching against the counter, just to clarify. No time for snacks. Back to center. All right, same type of stretch. Now we're going into a hamstring stretch. So you're going to press the heel forward. Again, hips back. Reach down to that toe if you can. If reaching to your toe causes your chin to drop, don't do it. Keep it up and keep everything right here and supported. Breathe through these stretches. You should just be feeling the lengthening of those muscles. Slowly bringing it up and switching to the opposite side. Left leg out, hips back, and press. Again, if you're able to reach down, still keeping the chin, chest lifted, you can do that. If not, keep that weight pressed right here on those thighs. Feeling that stretch through those hamstrings, the back side of the leg. Going to move up to that upper body, slowly bring it up. Take your right hand, bring it across the body. Aim that palm away and press against your tricep or your arm, not your elbow joint. Press against that arm, keep everything lifted. You should feel that stretch, maybe even all the way back into the back. All the way back here, round, he's my Vanna White, and into that hamstring, or into that tricep. He was sweating. Switch, other side. Good, nice and tall. Again, you want your palm facing away and back. Try not to push on the elbow joint, but on the tricep, the back of the arm. This next upper body stretch may be a little tricky for some of you, so if you choose to skip it, that's fine as well. If you can take that right arm, again, facing the palm backwards, bring that hand back behind, reach up and pull. That's great. A modification for that is to push from this particular direction instead. You're looking to stretch the back side of the arm, the tricep. So you pretend like you have a really big scratch or an itch on the center part of your back and you're trying to reach it. This is how we're going to achieve that stretch. And release. Again, if this is too difficult, just skip this stretch altogether. Left hand comes up, bring it back behind. Either bring the opposite hand up and pull, or cross here. You guys are doing great. Remember, these stretches are awesome stretches, but they have to be done with warm muscles. So that's why you spent about 12 minutes prior to the stretch to get those muscles warm and be able to give those muscles some elasticity to stretch. Okay. Next stretch. Once you take your hands, you press them on the shelf. I call that right here, right above the hiney. Okay, put it right on that low back, pull those elbows back, but lift that chin up. Now you should feel that stretch from shoulder to shoulder across the chest. Okay, those of you with pulmonary disease, those of you who have problems with labored breathing or difficulty with your breathing, it's a great stretch to open up that chest, give those accessory muscles a little bit of relief from all the work they've done. Breathe through those stretches and release. We've got some YTWs. We're going to go through some YTWs real quick. Remember our Y. Then we'll come forward. I'm going to step forward so we don't hit each other, guys. We're going to go to a T. And then we're going to go to a W. Notice how my arms form somewhat of a W, right? Okay, so we're going to do some YTWs. Let's do 4 of these back to back. And then we're going to repeat those stretches, all of those stretches one more time, but a little bit shorter length of time. We're almost there. You guys are doing great. Let's do some YTWs. Aim those thumbs back behind you into a Y. Chin is lifted. Bring it forward. Take it to a T. Thumbs are up. Squeezing through those shoulder blades. Bring those hands together. And take those elbows. Direct them down. Fingertips are wide. Into that W. Good. Reach up into that Y. Come center. And go to a T. Bring it center. And go to a W. 2 more just like that. Reach nice and high into that Y. Thumbs are back. Bring those arms forward. Go to a T. This one should feel good. For a lot of you, this is a great stretch for all that upper body. Bring it forward. Go to that W, pulling those elbows down. Does this feel good to you guys? Should feel really good, especially those of you that are computer rats, okay? That just sit at your computer all day, hunched over like this. Okay? I'm not talking about anybody in particular, but if you want to buy me something on Amazon, hey, go for it. Hands up, last set here, or Y, because I said so. And forward, and T. I think I'm funny. That's what matters. Bring it forward, and W. But in all seriousness, these YTWs would not be a bad idea for you to do those periodically throughout the day. It loosens your upper body, allows your neck some stress relief, which we all know we hold a lot of stress in our neck. Just kind of loosens those muscles and actually helps those muscles that are worked all day long, whether we realize it or not, in hunched over positions. If we're standing at the kitchen counter, doing dishes, sitting at a computer, playing on your phone, sitting in a lazy boy recliner, upper body really gets stiff and tight. Those are awesome to do throughout the day, anytime. So now we're going to go through those stretches one more time. I promise we won't go too long, but it is very, very beneficial that we go ahead and go through one more time. Nice tall stretch, hands reach. Remember, this one is all about stretching right here in our lats, okay, the upper part of our back, underneath our arms. Those of you that want to reach right and left, give me a couple of those strong reaches. You'll notice your heart rate and your respiratory rate go up when our hands are above our head. And release, bring those hands down, take those feet nice and wide. Go to a right leg side lunge and hold. Chin and chest are lifted. If you choose to reach those hands out, you can. You can choose to hold here. If you have a chair to hold onto in front to take away some of that, imbalance, go ahead and do so. And switch, other side. Out if you'd like. Back to center. Turn everything, feet, same direction. Okay, so now we're facing to the right. Right knee is bent, back leg is extended, heel is pressed. You should feel this stretch through the calf. Really pressing, keeping chest lifted. And switch, other side. Left leg forward, right leg back. Press that right heel. Nice and strong. You guys are doing amazing. If you're just here for the ride today and just watching to see what we do, come back and join us every Wednesday for Workout Wednesdays. We'd love to see you. Back to center. We're gonna go to hamstring stretch. So all we're gonna do is take that right foot forward, sit back. Again, if you choose to reach down to that toe without letting that chin drop, you can do so. If not, your hands can come back or rest on your thighs. And slowly bring it up, left leg out, sit back. We all know we're trying to do things a little bit differently than we always have in the past, pre-COVID, right? So right now we are trying to do everything we can to give you as many tools at home to work out with or to at least work with while you're at home, because we know you can't be out and about like you would like to be. Right here, let's go into our cross arm stretch. So we're going to cross it over and press. Please, if you have comments you want to make that are nice on our comments, you're more than welcome to. Let us know what you want to do. Let us know what you're interested in doing.
Get new people. Get new people
Yeah.
to run the class.
Exactly. That's not an option. You can't ask for new instructors. This is all you got. Okay? But any ideas that you guys might have, switch other side, we'd love to hear them. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you don't like, but be nice about it. And we'll try to do what we can to make each workout a little bit different. And release. Hands come back behind. Arms press, almost like you have a string and your elbows are getting pulled together, like the legs of a turkey during Thanksgiving dinner. You're trying to pull those legs together. Where did I come up from that? I don't know, I just came up with that.
Be sure to remove the neck part.
And relax. We've got 4 YTWs and we are finished. We can put this one in the books. Give me a big strong Y. Thumbs are back, chest is out, because I said so. And back forward. I thought it was even funnier the second time. And back to center.
Today might be the day.
Is it?
That might be the day.
Bring it
After
forward.
everything else, yes.
And W's. They love my humor. I hope you guys do. My kids are embarrassed, I'm sure. Bring it up. Y.
You think they're watching?
They're not watching. What was I going to say?
I would say no way.
Back to center. T. Bring it back. And W. And Y. Because and back to center. And T. Some of you guys are laughing. I know you are. And back to center. W. We got one more time. I won't go there. This is a Y. We're going to go into a T. And back together to a W. And relax. Give me a big deep breath. Inhale. And exhale.
That's done.
Monica was finished. She was like, yes, we're
Good
done.
job.
We're so happy you joined us today. Come next Wednesday and join us again. Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.